by Erica. Bow, 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 bow. Unfortunately, my co-star is oh, he's over there.
Oh,
Also you.
what?
My co-star
Wow.
and the director.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jeff's making new merch in his merch corner. And so, yeah. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to do...
You just need. Did you hit red?
Red? One sec.
Well, when it comes up and you do.
I don't know what's happening. But there's the director. He was just tardy for the party. Nothing popped up this time. Anyways, so today I'm going to show you guys how to do a super easy ocean pour with 3 colors and using the swipe technique. Super simple, super simple. Also, if you hadn't noticed, since it's making noises, I'm on the phone, Jeff's phone, which goes off every 17 seconds. So
You don't answer a text.
yeah, if you don't answer a text, it'll keep going off. But I'm gonna try to. Nope. Let me take it out of this. Y'all, I'm driving the struggle bus today. All right. Have no fear. I went ahead and pre-mixed the resin so that we could just jump right in. So the resin I'm using today is going to be Just Resin's Diamond Coat. You can get it on my website, artistolette.com, right here on my glove. You can see it. And I'm so prepared that I don't have my chat screen brought up on my laptop yet, but it'll be up in a second so I can see what yuns are saying. Get down. Yeah, yuns. All right then. So let's get started. The first thing I did was mix my resin. Just Resin Diamond Coat is a 2-part, 1-to-1, equal parts of both A and B. And I mixed it for 3 minutes to make sure it was fully incorporated so that I don't have any weak spots. You can use a whole bunch of different colors, but I'm just going to be using 1 blue, a white, and 2 whites. The reason why I'm using 2 different whites is because one of my whites is a top cell and one of them is a B. It won't. There's nothing popped up.
I know, it just does it if you don't mark it.
But I opened the mess anyways. You guys are just gonna have to listen to that. Hopefully it won't be too many times. And also, my apology. Actually, I can pull it up on my phone. I don't need a stinking computer. I need no stinking computer. Well, there it is. All right, now I turn my voice off of it. I'll be able to see after this ad runs. Sweet, there you guys are. Hello, everyone. Cool. Everything looks good. All right, here we go. I used Just Resin because it just sells a little bit better than Art Coat, and Art Coat is my jam. Well, it sells better for oceans, put it that way. I don't know why I'm making 2 cups because I'm only using 1 blue. I guess this will just show you guys how amazing the Bondi blue color is. And I'm gonna do 2 little cuppies for my whites. And if I have anything left over, I'm gonna try to do a dustpan pour with just resin, because now my theory is that because art coat takes so long to cure, it has a longer working time, which is amazing. But that's why it's given so much time to move and it won't stay, right? Right. So I'm going to be using Bondi Blue tint from Color Obsession. I'm going to start with one drop in one of these. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry. Can you hear that? Is it super obnoxious? Next time I'll know to mute that. But this video won't be that long. Our building's hosting a casino night to get a discount on rent, and y'all, I will take a discount on rent. So 1 drop, and this was 4 drops. Thank you to everybody who's watching, came in to support us today. We're Artists Till Death. We go live every day. Usually at 6 p.m. Central, except for Tuesdays, it's 2 p.m. Central. It's always art, but it's usually resin. Isn't that a beautiful color? And then this is my super translucent version of that. But this, see, it's the same color. I mean, same bottle, but it looks a little bit different. But I want to make that just a hair darker, and I'm going to add, I doubled down. So I'm going to be using 2 different whites. That is because one of them is a base cell or a cell activator if you're down with acrylic pour lingo. You're doing a little dance when Jeff's thing goes off. Cool, so we have our light ocean bit and our dark ocean bit. Now, I'm going to use some titanium white, which I expect to have more in very soon. You can also use Color Obsession Snow White, Lorez Angel White. Both of those will be good for this job. And then I'm also going to use Color Passions Base Cell White. And this is going to be what gives me the big old cells. You can see that it's thinner. This one is like got a cloud around it. That's how I can always tell if there is a selling agent in my colorants. And this one sank right directly to the bottom. Both of these types of white have their place and do awesome things. You just have to know when and where to use them. You need Color Obsession Golds to come in stock. I have her on a rush order for some, so hopefully soon. So while I want my ocean colors to be translucent or transparent, I want my whites to be opaque, so I can't see through them. Now my hands are, I have white paste on them because my jars of pigment are always crazy messy. Am I the only one? I can't be the only one. Jeff's a very tidy artist, and I can't tell you how horribly messy I am as an artist. Oh well, I'm okay with it. All right, now we have our 3 colors. Well, actually, I guess it is 2 colors, but it's 3 different pigments. We have our Bondi Blue with just a couple drops, Bondi Blue with 10 drops, our titanium white, and our base cell white from Color Passion. I am using one of our boards for this. This is one of my alcohol ink panels, but it was already white and I didn't have time to really prep a board. So we're using it, and I just sprayed Rust-Oleum Metallic Gold for my sand and didn't have time for the texture sand to dry. Okay, first things first. I'm going to decide where my ocean line is going to be with some clear. Putting clear down first. Sorry. Judging by how long this ocean takes to go, you'll only have to hear that like 2 more times. So I use clear for 2 reasons. One, if I don't like where this is, I can wipe it off and there's no color in it, so it won't stain. Hey guys. And second reason is because I don't want my whites to turn blue from any manipulating of the paints. So I'm going to take my 1 drop, 2 drops actually, of colorant and just put it down just all kind of haphazardly. Doesn't have to be cute because we're going to swipe through it anyways, so it's going to change. I'm going to take my 10 drop for the darker version, put most of it in the back because that's where my deep ocean is, but I like to incorporate a little bit of it into the lighter area as well. Again, doesn't have to be cute because we're going to blend it and swipe through it anyways, so it's all going to change right then. I'm just going to make sure that there's essentially just no dry spots within the water area. Sue asks, is it the resin that makes cells or the consistency of the pigments or heat gun? So all of those things matter when you're wanting cells. If you're wanting really big cells, best way to get them is to use a base tint or cell activator. And for that, the only ones that I've really seen that really work since STONECOAT discontinued theirs is the Color Passion paste. Any Color Passion paste will act as a base cell activator, which is what's going to give us our really big cells today. The type of heat you use and the type of heat gun attachment you use will make a difference because it's going to concentrate the heat into one area or not. So that's going to change how your resin moves and how the pigments react. And consistency of the pigments makes a difference too, because the thicker a pigment is, the harder it is to push it around. It's really a case of having the right formula for the cells that you're going for. For me, right now, as of today, just Resin's Diamond Coat along with a thick paste white and either a heat gun or a swipe always works the best for me. Now, that's given my ambient temperature and all of the other factors I just listed. I will do a video for you guys if you would like on the different heat sources, the different whites, and the different resins. If you like, just let me know. Comment down below. Doink, doink, doink. Okay, so the way a base cell works, or the Color Passion paste work, is that whatever magic is in it that made it have that little halo around the white is gonna disperse, taking with it whatever color is on top of it. So that's why I'm using 2 different kinds of whites, because I want the white Color Passion cell activator to disperse and take my titanium white along with it. That'll make more sense as I do this for you guys. So to make this work, my Color Passion base cell has to be under my titanium white. So I'm going to put it down first. You guys, I just recently got to teach Mike from STONECOAT how I do my oceans. It wasn't this style of ocean, it was my usual style. Super excited and flattered. Y'all don't let me forget that my base cell or color passion is on the left, and I'm going to keep my titanium on the right. So my top cell white going over my base cell white is in theory going to give me all of the cells that I want on a bigger scale. Now, base tints like Color Passion don't really like to have too much heat. They'll make your cells grow till they can't keep their, words are hard today. It'll just grow till it disconnects and is no longer a cell. So that's why I'm using swipes today. Also, a lot of people find it easier to use a swipe than to use heat. So I'm going to take my swiping paper. I'm going to hold it horizontal to my piece. If you do it vertical like this, you're going to scrape your pigment off and you're not going to get... I did put it to the left. Which one's which? Titanium's left front. Cool. Thank you so much, Denise. Sorry, I've gone over the number of times you guys are going to have to hear that. So, I actually toured Australia with Jeff twice teaching classes how to swipe. So, you guys are getting this for free. So, something that I tell my class every time is not to go too fast, because if you go fast, then your paper is going to skip over the top like when you skip rocks, and you don't want to do that. Also, it's best for you to pull towards you than to pull away. I'm not going to do that, but everybody should do that at home for many reasons. You're not going to worry as much about getting your sleeves in your resin if you're pulling towards you, and when you're done swiping, you won't have that that desire to bring your paper back across your piece with a whole bunch of pigmented resin on it. So if you do swipe away from you, just drop the paper at the side and get a new one. Just get in the habit of that so you don't drip through. So okay. Now I'm really confused. I'll do a roadside test if I need to. So I'm going to lay my swiping paper down and let it pick up some pigment and take my time swiping it back, because I want it to pick up and redistribute the white as we go. If you go too fast, like I said before, it's just going to skip and you're not going to get the look that you want. Just trust me on that. And if you want, you can get jazzy with it and put little movement. Now, as I get further back, it's going to thin out because I'm running out of the white. So I'm just going to go kind of faster, let it skip, because that'll be more realistic. And you can see that there's cells already popping up. Okay, so we're going to just do that all the way down the piece. Just remember to take your time. And it's okay if it's pulling pigment at different rates. See how it's thinner here than it is here and even over here? That's perfectly fine. All right, for real, you only have 2 more times to hear the jig. I'm gonna get you guys closer in for the next one. How about that? Oh, this is gonna be the last one. Okay. So I'm letting it pick up at least like a finger's width of pigment. Taking my time, taking my time. It's all right if you swipe through the most recent swipe you've got there. Perfectly fine. We can swipe through those. Welcome, Rhonda Jackson. So I'm gonna just quick swipe through this. It would have been way more something, I guess, cohesive if I would have done one big piece of paper, but I wanted to show you guys the differences. But that's okay, because you can go over it as many times as you like. Well, I guess until you run out of resin. That will be your major hindrance. So on my website, artisttilldeath.com, you can get all of these pigments and the board and the swiping paper. You can get it all. Now, this will not work the same if you put the colors backwards and put titanium in front of I'm just tilting it a little bit to give it a little bit of motion in the ocean, as it were. If you do the titanium on top of the Color Passion, it'll work. If you do it the other way around and Color Passion's on top, it will not work. It needs to have the other color on top of it so that it will disperse and do its magic. I could just move this around. I want you guys just to get the idea of how beautiful these cells can be. Look at that, it looks like the bottom of a pool. Thank you, Denise. So okay, I'm gonna do what I call a roadside test real quick. Which blue I've got where. We just need to swipe one color over it. Okay, pretty sure. Am I right that the one on this side is the base and the one on this side is the titanium? What was the question about color in Seguin? All right, this one is the base cell. As you can see, it gave me cells and the other one did not. This is what I call roadside. LRB, I do not have this gold on my website because it is a spray paint and I'm scared to do spray paints, actually. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do another swipe over, but with a full sheet of paper so that I have a conducive flow. So I am layering my whites back in proper order. The color Passion or base cell is in front so that I'm swiping the white over. Rhonda, I go live pretty much every day. Sometimes it's a posted video, but I try to post, I do my best to post every day. All right, so I'm gonna get a big sheet of my butcher paper. Sounds expensive, I know. I'm gonna take my shiny side. Sweet. All right, let's re-swipe this sucker. Give myself some room. Looks like I'll have enough resin left to do a dustpan. All right. Since I already have a lot of the white distributed back, I'm going a little bit faster than I normally would. All right, doesn't look like much. Give me a second. Hear me out. Now I'm gonna feather the back just a bit. By adding some heat and tilting it. So that's gonna create some movement. And it'll stretch out our cells a bit. Also, since I'm using a concentrator tool, it's giving it these lap lines, these wavy bits, which I'm a fan of, because real oceans have that. So the longer I let this relax, the more it's gonna pull up the cells. Since I have 2 layers of cells, because I re-swiped it, you can see all the different cells that are under it from the first layer. So they're kind of like interlocked lacing. No worries, Denise. No worries at all. So the longer it sits, and the bigger the pieces for your resin to stretch and grow to, the bigger your cells can grow. I have a piece in my home that has quarter-size cells, and I love it. All All right, I'm just gonna edge up this shoreline with a thick line of white where it thinned out. Now we'll take this piece to the dust-free zone and we'll do a dustpan transfer. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the other day I did a dustpan with acrylics and it turned out okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. And I was like, I want to do that with resin. And it turned out okay. And I'm pretty sure it's because the resin takes so long to cure. So meow, I'm thinking, what if I do it with a resin that cures in half the time? Because it has half the working time, right? So that's what I'm about to attempt. Okay. I'm using these because I grabbed them first. I'm going to use Just Resin, Intense Copper, and Breakfast. See, I know, but that's what we're going to do. Aw, Gail, thank you. Where's my hype button?
Thank you.
Would have been cool if, in that moment, your phone went off. Yep. Now, this resin is thinner than the STONECOAT resin. So it may move a lot anyways. But we're not going to care. We're just going to do the thing. I don't have a lot of resin, so we're going to have to make it work with not a lot. Really appreciate that, Gail. Everything that comes into the channel is a super huge help. So this is Intense Copper by Just Resin. It is a metallic. Mark is red. Got it.
That means somebody else texts.
Yeah, but I marked it as red, so you won't hear that one again. So, super awesome, right? Right.
You didn't have resin on it.
Might have. No, it's good. That was from the first text that you got. You have 2 texts, but I muted one of them. People at home, sorry. And then this is Breakfast at Tiffany's. I prefer to use paste over powders or acrylics or anything else because the color is so much more vibrant in my opinion. And they are true to the color that they are in the jar. And I don't have to worry about them fading when I use a lot of heat. Did just break my stick. That's fine. I've got two sides. Hey, Clara. I know, Gail. I love that color too. Because this resin has a shorter working time, it's already starting to heat up on me. So I'm gonna have to go a little bit quick. This is a dustpan Jeff made for me. If you want to know how to do this, make one of your own, then comment down below this video.
I'm just gonna make a video about it.
Oh, Jeff's gonna make a video anyways.
Well, I like the old thing.
So I'm gonna start layering colors. I'm gonna try to put white in between each one. Because if the breakfast and the copper mix together, it's probably going to make a gross color. But I'm running out of white, so YOLO. Hey, Evelyn. Judy. Sorry I haven't seen everybody that's come in. Best I can tell with these types of pours is the simpler the better. Less colors equals less mess. But I don't use a lot of color anyways. I try to stick to 4 or less in any given pour. Really? You're gonna start already? That's rude. Oh. It's already broken the seal. Probably no turning back now. All right, this will probably get us the length of the... Hey, Shelly, 1 second and I'll scroll back and see your question. All right, here we go. Whether it like looks the cutest or not isn't really of concern to me. I just want to know if it stays like acrylics do. And if so, I'm going to do a big one with this resin.
What did you do different?
I'm using the leftover just resin. Because it takes less time to cure. So if my theory is right, that's the issue, that's why it doesn't work, then this should be awesome. All right. So I'm going to put this in the oven at 375. JK, don't do that. Please don't bake your resin. And follow me for more pro tips. So, it's looking good right now. It's not moving a lot, so I have hope. I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of heat.
I was going to say, don't you still have to put a little heat?
Like just a hair though.
Probably hair, the heat gun is better because it's not fire, because fire is fire.
I wouldn't do a heat gun only because it's got a lot of blow. So here's how we're going to leave it for the night. What fun little cells those are in the middle. You can see here that I used some of the base cell right here where those little bobbles are coming up through that teal. And you can tell that it's in this bit over here because it's kind of cloudy. And there's some cells. Telltale signs. It's cute. I love it. If it works, I'm going to do a bigger one. I'm going to take this to dust free. Here. Hey, what do you think?
Oh, wow.
I call it going to the chapel. That's the one. So yeah, I call that piece going to the chapel. You know why. I don't know if I told you guys. I've been kind of keeping it a secret. But Jeff and I are engaged. What? I know. I just want to make a big to-do about it. But we're all family here. So now you guys know. Don't want to throw that away. Don't want to throw that away. Easiest cleanup of ever. Oops. So, I know. Okay, so since I never told you guys that I'm engaged, we are, and the wedding's gonna be in May, and I'm so excited. Woo! Jenny, thank you so much. I appreciate that more than you know. More than I can say. You know the words. Oh, I forgot to show you. This that Jeff did, ooh, ah, will be available at the next fire sale. And this that Jeff did might be available at the next fire sale because I kind of like it. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Come here, Bobos. Come up for your cameo. Come here, baby. I know it. Oh, just such a big boy. I know it. I know. He's the reason why you guys came to say hi. Because it's Bobos. Anyways, you guys. Thank you. Oh, Shelly. Let me look back and see your question before I say the goodbyes. Jelly. I've swiped and picked with Kate and gotten the same results. Was that the question? Because awesome. Listen, here on my channel, I'm only here to show you guys what works for me, and hopefully it will work for y'all. But if you have your own way of doing stuff and it works, dude, by all means, do what works. Resin has got so many different factors that makes it work and not work that... Oh, here's your question. What one doesn't give cells? My JR Titanium White cells like Erica's just did, so why not just use that one on its own? I would imagine that you're using a different resin than I usually use. Are you using, Shelly, Art Coat, or are you using a different one? Because I'm willing to bet that you are not using Art Coat, which is why there's the difference. Is that the question? I'm scrolling back, so sorry that it looks kind of crazy. Okay, so Why the 2 white? Okay, so you're using Diamond Coat. Diamond Coat sells super awesome. So the reason why I did 2 different whites is because I wanted the larger cells, which is given by the Color Passion base. And I had to use the other white because it needs to have something over the base cell to work. And I wanted white waves, so I had to use white. The other way I could have gone is to use like an aqua color and the titanium white to go over the aqua color, but the base tints are opaque and I wanted a translucent ocean. So to do that, I had to use 2 whites. You absolutely can just use titanium, 100%. Let me show cells I'm talking about. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you've seen this piece because I love it. So this is a 4-inch round. I have no idea what numbers that is in metric system, but if you see next to my finger, my hand, these cells are massive, and that is because I used a base cell. Titanium white will not grow to cells this size. It doesn't disperse like that. So you have to have, last time I swear. So you have to have something that makes bigger cells. And that is going to be a base cell or Color Passion paste. Any Color Passion paste is essentially a base cell. I have like 60 colors in Color Passion, so there's a color for every condition. Need. Conditions sound better, but need is essentially the word I was going for. Okay, guys, thank you so much for seeing what I'm up to today. I hope you learned something, or were entertained, or enlightened in some way, maybe. We'll be back mañana to do another video for you guys. If you have requests for what you would like us to try, be it a technique or a product or whatever, comment down below. Doink, doink, doink. It really helps to have engagement with the channel, and we like to hear from you guys. If you want anything that I use today, you can find it on our website, artisttilldeath.com. 2 T's, 2 L's. And I hope you guys have an awesome evening. Be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through.
And always remember, we do the test,
so you don't have to. That probably tripped a whole bunch of people. Oh, ooh. Ooh also.
You forgot the ooh.
I know, but I was like zooming in.
Maybe look a little crazy right there.
I didn't. I had nothing to do with your crazy. Anyways, you guys, you're awesome, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
I said bye.